heard about financial neutrals who help with the business aspects of the collaborative divorce. You've heard from divorce coaches and from child specialists. And there's one other area in the mental health collaborative team called a family specialist. What are the benefits of a family specialist? Marriages can end, but families cannot. When you're going through the process of ending your relationship, family specialists in the collaborative family law group can help bring your children's feelings, thoughts, wishes, and voice or views to the restructuring of their family throughout the separation and divorce. Family specialists with the collaborative law group bring training in child development, family systems, conflict resolution, healthy co-parenting strategies, and communication skills for all members of a restructuring family in separation and divorce. These services are confidential and solution-focused. They focus on transforming the family narrative to one of success following the uncoupling of the relationship and restructuring into two sides of a divorce duplex with children at the forefront. Family specialists meet individually with each parent to understand the history of the family functioning and each parent's narrative of the family, with a focus on the best interests of the children during the family restructuring process, this divorce. Family specialists meet with children aged 5 and older to assist children in identifying their thoughts, feelings, wishes, voice, and views in the restructuring of their family system. Family specialists are highly trained in incorporating a variety of interviewing techniques that assist children and youth in feeling more comfortable, supported, and heard during the emotional upheaval of their parents' separation and divorce. Family specialists report back to the team of collaborative professionals working with the family to summarize the strengths of the family that can support the transition to two separate households. They also develop a plan to address any issues identified from interviewing the family that may require additional support to promote healthy, effective co-parenting post-separation. Parenting is a challenging role, and learning how to co-parent following the uncoupling of a relationship can be strengthened with the support of family specialists. Family specialists can provide education regarding effective co-parenting strategies, the design and implementation of a developmentally appropriate parenting plan that best meets the specific needs of your family. Family specialists consult with or include other experts to support the children and youth with developmentally appropriate skill building to help the children and youth develop emotional resiliency skills that will assist them through their family's restructuring. Family specialists can provide individual coaching to help each parent meet their aspirational goals of co-parenting. They can provide emotional and practical support to parents struggling with the end of their relationship and transition into a two-household family. Services of family specialists may be covered by extended health care plans that parents may have. Get the comprehensive support that your family deserves while you're navigating a separation or divorce by creating a healthier, more constructive narrative of the family that can incorporate a more neutral or positive story of the parents' uncoupling for the emotional benefit of all family members, and working with the collaborative team to ensure that all aspects of the divorce are covered, including the needs of the family.
Hi, I'm Vince Gervais, a financial professional with the Association of Collaborative Family Professionals. Collaborative family professionals in the role of financial expert have the opportunity to help divorcing couples deal with financial matters with information and knowledge from both partners and the lawyers of both partners in an open and cooperative environment. As a result, collaborative financial professionals have a superior and unbiased understanding of the matters at hand. This is because our understanding is based on information that's more full, that comes from a number of perspectives, and that's discussed and refined by the collaborative team. More importantly, the collaborative process ensures that all parties feel heard, and when a conclusion is reached, both spouses are far more likely to feel that they've been listened to and that the information that they provided and that they feel is important has been taken into account. What the end result ends up being is that when it comes to signing an agreement, all participants go into that agreement with less doubt, more confidence, a sense of security, and a higher level of understanding that allows them to say yes and move forward. The types of financial professionals within the collaborative group consist of financial planners, business valuators, designated accountants, mortgage brokers, and tax specialists. Each financial professional has at least 70 hours of training in the collaborative process. Before we even begin, we have superior training and focus on collaboration and cooperation. We are looking for opportunities to leverage off of cooperation. As an example, getting a mortgage is almost always difficult for divorcing couples. It's even harder for couples who are fighting whilst trying to get a mortgage and being divorced. If couples are working together, there's opportunities to reclassify payments, reclassify support, to consolidate debt, and to use many programs available through the government to obtain a mortgage, which is one of the more difficult things to do. As an example, getting a mortgage is almost always difficult for spouses who are amidst a divorce. Now imagine how difficult it would be for spouses who are fighting. Now, let's look at a couple that's cooperating. There are a number of mortgage programs that allow spouses to access equity, reclassify support payments, or consolidate debt that allows them both to get a mortgage. Another example would be when figuring out a financial plan going forward. Imagine what could be accomplished working together with a financial planner, how different assets and income streams could be allocated to help both spouses meet their new goals. Or let's say there's a difference in opinion on the value of an important family asset or the value of a business. What would it look like to have a jointly engaged valuation professional to provide a conclusion of value, as opposed to the old buddy accountant or a hired gun? I can say that as a collaborative financial professional and with the collaborative process, I'm able to form relationships of trust with both parties, which then leads to better discussion, then to better information, and then to more accurate reports and conclusions. Getting information from a basis of trust is a much richer way of problem solving and a better way of doing business overall.
Hi, I'm Sandy Miller, and I'm a divorce coach representing mental health professionals in collaborative law. You might be wondering what we mean by a mental health professional. Well, first and foremost, we are all in the helps profession, and we are here coming alongside people going through transitions, the painful transition of divorce. However, we come with varying educational degrees and backgrounds and disciplines, but the one thing we have in common is a graduate degree. We have psychologists, social workers, and divorce coaches. The key factor to be part of this collaborative team is that we are current and in good standing with our regulatory body and have taken the mandatory training in collaborative law. When choosing a mental health professional, it's not a one-size-fits-all. We wear many hats depending on the circumstances of your family, and I'd like to describe a few scenarios so that you understand our role. First, we're likened to the metaphor of a guide, and not just any guide, a guide that we go down whitewater rafting. Yes, you got it, we're in the raft. As the mental health professional, we're the guide. We've gone down these waters before, and you're trusting us to navigate sometimes some turbulence, sometimes we might hit rocks, but we've been down this road before. So it's a relationship of trust, and we're helping you guide through this waters. Another role is a sounding board. We listen deeply as you tell us your divorce story and express your feelings, and we validate your hurts and your concerns. Often we're asked, well, isn't that what family members are for? Absolutely. We need good support during this time, but your family member isn't your expert, and often they don't have the endurance to continue on with you through the entire process. We also come alongside you as a thinking partner. There are lots of changes that take place and lots of decisions that have to be made. So we play the different scenarios. What's your best case scenario? What's your worst case scenario? We use the term, let's play the movie forward. If you made this decision, what would life look like for you? For example, when the kids are out of school or graduate or leave the home or you retire. Our goal is to help you make good informed decisions that you can live with. Under the mental health umbrella, though, there are 3 specializations, and you can pick and choose which one works best for you and your family. I'd like to first start with the divorce coach. And in this model, we have 2 coaches, and we each work with one of the partners, and we look at it from their perspective, where they are in their phase of divorce, their emotional concerns, the areas that they have to deal with. And then we also could have a one coach model. And that's where the couple chooses a coach together, but we still would work with each partner separately and then have a time that we come together for making greater family decisions. You might ask, how does a divorce coach help you in the specifically in this collaborative process? Well, first, what we'd recommend is that you invite us in early in the process. This is not a crisis call last minute. It's something that when you invite us in, we hear your story, and then we help you discover your needs and help you prepare for your goals for that first way settlement meeting with the lawyers. We also try to hear your emotional triggers and what might be your buttons and help you manage them in meetings and in communication with your partner. Separation can be overwhelming and can be quite stressful, so we want to break it down into bite-sized pieces that you can manage and not become overwhelmed with it. We can also come alongside you in co-parenting skills and helping you learn effective communication with your partner and your children. We generally work one-on-one with you and prepare you in a casual conversational setting, but we also can come into the settlement meetings to come alongside you and help you communicate what it is you really want to say. We can also come with you into the settlement meetings and also prepare you for the upcoming ones.
Hi, I'm Dr. Graham Clark. I'm a registered psychologist, and I work as a neutral child specialist, often in the collaborative divorce process. Most parents who are undergoing a separation and divorce really want to put their children's best interest first. And my job is to bring the child's voice or the children's voices into the divorce process. I think of this as a three-stage process. Your child specialist will have their own way of working, but generally will follow some variation on this. First, I meet with parents individually, sometimes together, to get some information about the children and also about how their separation and divorce is going, the nature of their communication, their strengths, and maybe the things they're working on as parents. After talking with the parents to get background information, typically I'll meet with the child or the children a couple of times, having each parent bring the kids in to see me. I meet individually with the kids, and sometimes we do child-oriented activities to establish rapport. Sometimes we just do more of an interview, depending on the age of the child. We try to make it a really safe process for kids. And the goal is to understand their hopes and fears, how they're coping with things, how resilient they might be, what their vulnerabilities might be, and to collect that information so that I can, in the third phase of things, go into a meeting with the parents and their lawyers, so a settlement meeting, and give feedback about this is how I see your children coping, these are how I see their needs, these are the things that they tell me they're worried about or concerned about or that are really important to them. And I'll help the parents with their lawyers develop an age-appropriate parenting plan, one that grows with the kids as the kids get older.
Separation and divorce can be a difficult and tumultuous time. We have the skills, the training, and the professionals to help you navigate through to a healthy future.